All right. Over the weekend, the president of the University of Michigan, Santa Ono, sent an email to Tony Petitti of the commissioner of the Big Ten, basically saying we'll cooperate with anything that's proven. If we'll take our punishment, and we don't like that kind of stuff, and we're all about integrity, yada yada yada. And I understand that, but he says there should be no suspension or no punishment right now until the quote unquote due process goes through with the NCAA. He doesn't feel that the Big Ten should be superseding the NCAA, despite all the protests from the coaches and from the athletic directors and even some presidents. 248-539-9797. All indications, and believe me, a lot of it's just rumored and speculation and innuendo, is that something might come down this week. First, we thought maybe today, and then I'm hearing, maybe later in the week. Did you like Santa Ono's response? And is it that important? I mean, it's almost as silly as saying that some of the things that I've said over the years. If Jim Harbaugh gets suspended, hypothetically, for the rest of the regular season, is it that much of a big deal? As far as, is it going to matter between who wins and who loses? Especially if it's the same type of suspension that he had previously, where he was allowed to be with them at practice.
Yes, I think it matters. Okay. Is it a huge deal?
That's my question. Obviously, it matters, but huge.
I think against Ohio State, yeah. I think having his presence on the sideline matters. I think going to State College, yeah, I think having his presence on the sideline matters. And even Maryland. Everybody wants to discount Maryland. And I'm not going to go full-blown into, you've got to be aware of what's going on with Mike Loxley. No, but they're a team that has recruited a lot of skill, a lot of talent.
Right.
They lost a lot through graduation or through attrition up front from last year's team. So I'm not necessarily sitting here and telling you it's going to be a loss, but I do think going on the road in that environment with it being sandwiched in between Penn State and Ohio State, I think it matters that Jim Harbaugh's there.
Okay. I think this team is good enough where they can win with the coordinators doing what they do. Personally.
Rolling the balls out.
But I could be wrong, 248-539-9797. Look, if it is proven, and obviously the Big Ten and the NCAA, they believe they have factual evidence that Michigan acted improperly. And I think that most people, even Michigan fans, agree that if they broke a rule, they should be penalized and severely, I think. And that's talking to a lot of my Michigan friends at all. Now, maybe the older we get, the more mature we get, but a lot of my friends at the tailgate said, look, it's bad, and unfortunately, they have to pay the price. That's the Michigan fans that I hang out with. The ones who other people call cultists and things like that. Yeah, they're not going to believe anything. And I don't care right now in this particular issue whether it was a relative of Ryan Day or any other school that somehow hacked into Connor Stallion's, computer file, whatever. That's bad. I'm not saying, we should, but that has nothing to do with this. That should be prosecuted separately by the law, like the FBI or anything like that, okay? That's not an issue as far as, in my opinion, on this individual Michigan sign stealing. Don't take that. It doesn't mean anything to me in this case, per se.
So I think there's a few things in President Ono's letter that I think are important. One of them is obvious. None of us want to be in this situation, of course. But then he does talk about, the university taking this seriously, committed to ethics, integrity, and fair play. It's our core values. And that's why he's so deeply concerned about the allegations. And so I don't think he's taking it lightly. I think he's just wanting it to play out in regards to finding out what's actually fact versus fiction. Mm-hmm. And has there been enough time?